Today we talk about laser. It is very interesting topic, not only property point of view but also application point of view. And in case of industry, it is highly useful. Rajkot is famous for mechanical industries. In that, welding, cutting, drilling, heat treatment, all such kind of process you can easily perform using laser light. And think by changing intensity as well as energy, laser can also perform the eye surgery, LASIK surgery. So such a wonderful aspect associated with laser light. For example, at present, laser light is used in optical fiber communication to send information over a long distance without loss. Not only that, in our day by day life also, for example, barcode scanner, uh, CD, retain, ride, all such a small technical aspect also associated with laser light. In case of science and technology, nowadays laser also useful in Raman spectroscopy, and by that way you can utilize this spectroscopy for n numbers of applications. And it become very famous in forensic science also. But today we will see its basic property. So let's start. And main thing is that today we concentrate towards its fundamental. The first thing is that what is laser? Full form of laser is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. In case of loudspeaker, it is very easy to enhance voice by amplifying the electrical signal. આપણે જ્યારે લાઉડ સ્પીકરમાં બોલીએ છીએ તો અલ્ટિમેટલી આપણે ઇલેક્ટ્રિકલ સિગ્નલનું એમ્પ્લિફિકેશન કરી રહ્યા છીએ. But here you have to amplify light, and it is not very easy task, because here light amplification, that is also with some specified property. We will talk about that. So ultimately we have to amplify light in mode by stimulated emission of radiation. So all this thing today we will see how to do that and how to produce laser light. So here basic thing, first thing, comparison of laser light with a normal light. Normal light means sunlight, and second one, that is our laser. So biggest difference is laser light is a monochromatic light. Sunlight or normal light, that is polychromatic light. Now what is polychromatic and monochromatic? Suppose of the photon have a same energy, means ultimately wavelength red color છે, so all have a same energy and wavelength. All photon have the same energy and wavelength, then they are known as monochromatic light. एक समान energy है, एक समान frequency અને wavelength છે. All photons have monochromatic light, single color emission in different language. In case of polychromatic light, you have all type of radiation, means radiation with various energy. Green color, blue color, red color, all the color that is emitted by source. So such a radiation is known as polychromatic radiation. And biggest example of this one is prism experiment, through which we can easily separate 7 colors from normal light, and it shows that normal light is made up of 7 color. 7 કલરની લાઇટ બનેલી છે, જેમાં અલગ અલગ ફ્રીક્વન્સી છે, જેવો કલર ચેન્જ થાય ફ્રીક્વન્સી ચેન્જ થાય એનર્જી ચેન્જ થાય. તો બધી જ એનર્જી એક સાથે આવે છે. ધેટ્સ વાય they are known as polychromatic. In case of laser light, it is monochromatic. So it is one of the important property associated with laser. Second thing, it must be coherent. Wonderful thing. By definition, it is very difficult to understand what is coherent nature. By schematic diagram, you can easily understand. Here you have a coherent nature very similar to military march. Each soldier have a same direction of propagation, same energy, same frequency, same phase. If constitute all the photon have a such characteristic, then it is known as coherent nature. And due to coherent nature, whenever laser light incident on any material, it creates a very huge impact, which is not possible in case of incoherent light. So coherent nature have a wonderful property. They have a same direction of propagation, same energy, same frequency, and same phase. So ultimately, two properties that is associated with laser light. One, coherent nature, which is not possible in case of normal light. Then onwards, monochromatic nature, which is also not possible in case of uh, once again, same to same thing, coherent nature, you can see in a different way also. Here, you have a incoherent light because based on color, each photon have a different wavelength. See, here, red have a different one, blue have a different one, green have a different one. So when they make an impact on any surface at that time, each photon reach on a different time. But here that is on same time due to coherent nature, and it create a huge difference on material when laser light is incident on it. Here you have a schematic representation of Ruby laser instrument. Before basic phenomena, it is necessary to at least one time see how it looks like, because based on that we can easily gain the things. Here you have a one power supply. Here you have a quartz flash tube. You will see each of its role also. Two different types of mirror we use in case of Ruby laser. One is 100% reflector. Second is partial, means 95% reflector. And from partial reflector side, it is possible to create laser beam. And in between you have a ruby rod. That is one kind of crystal. It is original instrument, ruby rod, and schematic representation of instrument. So our ruby laser mainly works on theory suggested by Einstein, in that you have very interesting three phenomena, namely absorption, spontaneous emission, and stimulated emission. So let's start with first one, absorption. As you know that if you have any system, here system means material. So in that you have a energy state. Here E1 is a lower energy state, E2 that is higher energy state, and you always find out few electrons they are lies in a lower energy state. So here you have a electron. So whenever you apply energy with E, electron absorb the energy and jump into higher energy state. Now this electron is known as excited atom. So once again, whenever we apply energy, energy absorbed by electron which is in ground state, absorb the energy and jump into higher energy state. This phenomena is known as absorption. શોષણ થવું energy નું absorption. Then onwards you have a spontaneous emission. Name itself suggests on the spot emission એટલે ઉત્સર્જન થવું. Because as you know that lifespan of excited electron in a higher energy state is very short, in order to 10 raised to minus 8 to 10 raised to minus 9 seconds. So up to that time only excited electron remains in a excited state. After it come back to its original state, means lower energy state. And this is true for each and every case. Suppose in cricket, if any bowler get wicket, then he become excited for at least 2 to 3 minutes. A dance kare, nache, kude, but it cannot perform same excitement up to all day. In same way here also, excited electron can remain on excited state for limited lifespan. It is also known as lifetime, 10 raised to minus 8 to 9 seconds. After it coming back to its original energy state and emits photon in order to band gap. જેટલો band gap હશે એના order નું emission કરશે. So here you are able to get once again light photon with energy in order to band gap. Time period that is very short, that's why it is known as spontaneous emission. But third, that is very crucial, because based on that we are able to get laser light stimulated emission. Here electron that is still in excited state, within that time duration you have to apply one more photon with energy E. That's why during the jump, electron emits two number of photon with a same energy, same wavelength, same direction of propagation and same phase. So it is a monochromatic radiation. Wonderful thing. Once again, whenever electron is in excited state, at that time you have to apply energy, and that's why in output you have two photon with same energy, same frequency and same wavelength. Suppose if you put a mirror over here, then what happens? These two photon that coming back excite two more electrons, they are jump into higher energy state. Now we have a 2. So when we apply in this condition, here we have a 4. So by using mirror, it is possible to create chain reaction, and that's why we are able to collect large number of monochromatic photons in an output, and that is known as laser. So dear student, next time we will see that also. But for today, once again, absorption, electron that is in lower energy state absorb the energy, jump into higher energy state. Within 10 raised to minus 8 to 9 seconds, it coming back due to very short time span. It is known as spontaneous emission. Suppose it is already in excited state, apply one more photon, then in output you have a monochromatic radiation, same frequency, same wavelength. And by putting mirrors, we are able to generate laser light. In next lecture we will see that also. Thank you very much.